What's going on, everyone? I hope you are doing well. This is a video for the Monitor Mix app, the new app that we're going to use for our soundboard. So wherever you access your Wi-Fi, you're going to be on Two Rivers Tech. Two Rivers Tech Wi-Fi, and once you have your Monitor Mix app downloaded, open that bad boy up. When you're on the Tech Wi-Fi, you'll see this right here, and just hit this connect button. Once that happens, you'll have a list of things you can choose from of what you're going to select. I'm box 1 most of the time, so I'll just go ahead and select that there, hit select, and then it's going to pull up your app here. So on iPad, it's formatted a little bit differently, but on your iPhone or phone, which is mostly what we're using, it's going to pull up and fill the whole screen, just so you know there. But anyways, so overview of this app, it's a lot like the other app we use. You can scroll through the different channels and find the things you want. There's labels down at the bottom, little microphone, name, so on and so forth. Bring the volume up and down, all those things. First off, at the top here, you're gonna see your fader view. This is just your volume of all your channels. We now, thankfully, have stereo monitors. And what that means is when you have the same audio coming down both sides of your ears, it sounds funky. It does not sound natural. But when you can pan things, meaning you can send specific things to the left and specific things to the right, it now sounds more natural and you can get better clarity. For instance, how I have here. I have kick and snare coming straight down the middle because I want that straight down the middle. But I have the toms to the left sitting on the kit and the right sitting on the kit, and the other toms sitting farther right. Same thing with overheads, overhead left, overhead right, far right. So as a drummer, you pan things how you see them, and you're now your brain is going to interpret that in a much more clear way. I would start by panning, then adjust levels. Reason being is you'll then have a better space. You'll have a better map of where you actually want to bring levels up and down. And so that's just a helpful piece there that I think would be good. So if I'm standing in the center, Rob's guitar, electric 1, I pan to the left a little bit. And then where Caleb was standing on the right, I pan to the right a little bit. So it's still coming a little bit out of my left ear, but it's still spatially where people are standing. Same thing, keys are a little bit to the left. My instrument and my voice are straight down the middle, so I don't pan at all. I would keep whatever you're playing, whatever you're singing, your instrument, keep that centered and pan everything else around. Recap, pan mode, changing where things are sent left and right for stereo monitors, and then hit fader mode right here. This is just like the other bit. I mean, if you want something louder or quieter, bring it up, bring it down. Pretty self-explanatory. If you touch and hold, you lock that fader from being moved from accidental turns. So if you like something at some point and you're like, I don't want to accidentally touch it, you can just touch and hold to lock, and then touch and hold again for an amount of time, and it unlocks. So it's a pretty cool feature if you need that. This is a quick and easy eliminate all channels that are zeroed. If you don't want certain things, you hit this little button right here, and as you see, it just magically eliminated all the channels that I don't have audio on. So let's say I finish my mix. I get my drums where I want, I get some crowd mics up, maybe a little bit of RTA, whatever you're mixing, and I don't have these other things. I don't want those other things. I can hit this button, and it eliminates everything that is zeroed out, and I only have the things that is going to my monitor. So that's a pretty cool little moment. Oh, I had just a little audio there. Let's try that again. Now it's removed. Yep. So everything that's zeroed out is going to be eliminated, and you just have what you want right there. So pretty cool feature. Tap that again, and you have the full mix coming up here. For the most part, I would not touch this fader. Just leave it alone. Control your monitor volume from your actual pack on the floor, or if it's on your person. The coolest feature of this whole thing I've not gotten to yet, save the best for last, is you can group channels together. And I want to show you how to do that. So over here, there's this button right here, little group button. And you'll also see here it says personal group and order. So what I can do now is I'm going to group together the drums. I'm going to take all the drums, I'll keep bass out, and I'm going to hit this group button, and I'm going to call it, I know how to type here, drums, because guess what? It's drums. And I'm going to hit done. And so now I have all the drums right here. So you see I can tap that and I can adjust my levels of my drums, and I can tap it one more time, and I now have the full drum mix that I've created right there. This is super handy for many things, especially for drums. I think that's going to be your biggest use. Maybe your guitars, you want to group together all guitars, group together all vocals, and maybe towards the end as we have tracks set up. So if you wanted to make a group of all tracks, you could do that as well. So pretty pumped about that. The other thing is you can change the order. So for instance, if you know you really only want a couple things and you always want to see those couple of things, you can just move stuff around. And so now I can say, I really only want drums and the crowd mics, if you're into that thing, and bass, and you hit done. And now it just has your personal order. You're not messing with anybody else's monitor. This is your monitor. When you pull it up, it's in this spot here. And it's just really cool and handy to have that there. So I'm really excited for that feature to get there again. It's this little button at the top. It pulls that up and you can move things around to have whatever you want towards the front and move your groups around as you make the groups. So if you want to create groups, just tap the certain things and hit the group button, or you can hit your ungroup button if you had to do that. Edit, reset, pretty self-explanatory in that. And then if you want to move items around, touch and drag there. So when I mix my monitors, I like to bring what I'm playing and singing at 0, bring my volume, at that, and click. I have my click pretty high, as you see there. I like to bring both of those close to 0, and then I bring my volume up on my pack until that's loud. Like that's where I want that within my ears and in that space. And then I build everything else around that and under that. So start with what you're playing first, bring that to about 0 here on your app, and then bring your volume on your pack up until you're like, that's a good volume for my piece. Then bring your other stuff up around it. And I think you'll find that there will be a good mix to other instruments' volumes to your volume there. And let's just try that and see how that goes. Pan first, fader of your thing close to 0 of what you want to hear pretty loud and clear. Bring that to 0, and then slowly bring everything else around it. Grouping for convenience and moving things around however you would like to move it around, and your little 0 things you don't have turned up button right there, whatever you call that. I'm going to call that the 0 things you don't have turned up button. So that's pretty much it for the app overview. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, Two Rivers Tech Wi-Fi, select the board and then your monitor, and you're off to the races. I hope this is helpful for you guys, and let me know if I can do anything else to help. See you later.